turns, but that conversation will have to wait for another day as we are getting into WaDi versus WebbJP. The last winners quarter set of the night. Good to see who makes it guaranteed into top 8. Let's see what happens.
It's going to be a fun one, no matter which way you go. And it's actually Smashville for game 1. Interesting. Yeah, normally, I guess it makes sense. WebbJP wants a close quarters match, a lot of scrapping, while WaDi's happy to scrap of his own right out the gate. And just 0 to death within the first 10 seconds. I'm sorry, your jump got eaten along the way.
Yeah, that's dry. Yeah, no, not what you want to see, but good on WaDi to catch his jumps. That's why you put out some of these hits, you know. You can even like hold off on just 1 or 2 frames and be like, am I gonna catch a jump with this? Move as fast as fair, absolutely possible, and as we just saw.
This is catching WebbJP with the spinning arms, and that's a second stock!
No way, WaDi.
What has WaDi been doing? WaDi was sick of waiting. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Just why
WaDi was so sick of waiting because they were 4th on the queue for these sets, and it was just like, you know what? I'm gonna make my opponent suffer because I had to wait.
I think WaDi honestly was one of the first people into winners quarters, but unfortunately WebbJP was the last one to put them last into the queue. So now WaDi's just like, all right, let's go and get this over with. WaDi's like right now, WaDi's fuming that a full minute has passed and the game's not over.
Sometimes top player privilege cannot excuse you from having to wait your turn.
I like waiting for the charge, just trying to see if you can find the stock then and there.
Yeah, you have you have the stocks for it. You have the okay. What a game 1 for WaDi that was. A quick 3 stock and a sentence to be shown because my goodness, that's a statement and a half.
How long can Twitch clips be? Because that was 81 seconds.
I think it's 60, maybe more. I don't know.
Just barely missing out. Hello.
You know, we're going to do a little bit of an experiment here.
Ooh, all right. Hits up.
Yeah, no,
once you got the knowledge.
It's 60. It's 60. So, unfortunately, you missed out just barely, WaDi.
Yeah, just barely. Wow. That said, though, WebbJP, I think honestly, take a second to breathe. Happens, you know. Sometimes this game you just get steamrolled. There's
especially
nothing else to say about it.
Sometimes you play WaDi and you get steamrolled, like that's just it, you know.
Yep. Especially like, oh my god, if it's the first time you're playing WaDi, I swear he can just absolutely eat up your nerves, spit them out, say yeah, I know you're nervous.
Yeah. Take the nerves of your opponent and shove them down their throat. Like, yeah, you have to deal with it. Like, you just hold them, son.
Yeah, please.
There's a lot more where that came from.
All right, definitely think about stage pick. Trying to figure out. Okay. We're not going back to Smashville. That's for sure. Where can you go instead? Honestly, just the biggest thing that WebbJP needs to do beginning of that next game, you know, holding on to that first stock and not immediately needing to play from behind is a huge factor. Because especially in this game, it's so hard to play from behind, especially against players who are good, players who know how to capitalize on that. It's rough. It's really rough. Not easy.
They take a quick, long. Yeah, took a long time to do it because if I was WebbJP, I just need a second to breathe. Like, okay, we needed to calm down for a second. A little bit too much.
That's what we're doing. Take a breath. Everyone at home, take a breath yourself.
Take a deep breath.
Drink a glass of water.
Check. Yeah, hydration check. Posture check. Make sure you're living your best life because we're going into the game 2 finally.
All right, PS2.
PS2.
Okay. All right. That works out. It gives WaDi a lot of room to maneuver, right?
Yes.
But at the same time, who can maneuver better than Zersu Samus and her down B? So.
No, yeah, not many characters, especially Rob. Rob can stay in the air for a long time because of that up B, but if you need speed, then yes, ZSS is your gal to do it.
And immediately we're seeing a bit more of an even game. We haven't seen WaDi get too many hits in just yet, but WebbJP keeping this nice and even, taking a lead to start this game off. Game 2.
Not quite.
Be stock.
Not quite. I do like how, though, it's been 50 seconds, and WebbJP still has all 3 stocks. A very good sign. We're going to get to a closer game.
Yeah, WaDi maybe not realizing, like, okay. It's not going to be another repeat of game 1. Let's start thinking, what can we do? What can we change? Oh, sneaking over the laser.
A deceptive trick. I like that. I like that as well. Just the small jump back into just throwing out some of that the laser whip. Careful poking and prodding on WaDi, and again, crazy difference. Finally getting a back air, not even getting a kill. Trying to go for something crazy, but
yeah.
WebbJP is smart though. WebbJP is getting around a lot of the tricks that WaDi's trying to just throw out.
Yeah. I mean, WaDi's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. That honestly, at some point, just feels like super hard to overcome. But the fact that WebbJP is getting around it, definitely very, very good. Not giving WaDi the kill confirms that he's looking for. Coming down quick with that down air.
WebbJP is just playing to not get hit.
Yep.
Disadvantage is a rough spot though. Quick get up attack is going to solve that issue for a bit and just still more extra credit. And making the most of this stock, you really got to commend WebbJP. Understanding the value of stocks after game 1, but finally losing it.
But hey, getting 7% before losing this stock definitely feels good.
A lot of extra
and
credit,
now,
yeah.
keeping it going too.
Gotta keep that momentum going. Hey, you lose the stock, no biggie, because WaDi's still playing at a deficit right now. And if you can keep pushing that, you can take the game and even it back up. It's not gonna be as glamorous as that steamroll as game 1, but it's business, and that's what's important. As long as you're on the win screen, it don't matter.
I like WaDi shielding now. Looking forward to WebbJP's down air. But Webb just getting a bit too many of those down airs. It's worked a little bit now. Probably not going to work as well. WaDi immediately turning this around, getting a whole bunch of damage in.
Whole bunch of damage in indeed. Connection error has occurred. And remember about 20 minutes ago when I said there was going to be an error connection for this game? I saw it in my That's So Raven vision. I told you.
Did I really say whole much damage? Did those words leave my mouth?
Are you okay?
Because well, you've repeated it back. Because I said doing a whole much of damage apparently, and you said speaking of whole much of damage. I'm like, did I really say that? That's not English. Sorry, just a moment of self-reflection. Honestly,
you know what? Words don't mean anything anyway. You know.
No. And anything also to distract from the fact that we are missing out on another game.
Exactly. A much closer game at that.
Yes, really. Like we're really seeing, WebbJP put in that work. God, not only to keep a lead, but also to, not only to keep it even, but to also keep a lead, hold on to a lead. But as we saw near the end of that, WaDi was starting to come back, but it's still 120 to 70. So we'll see in a few more moments who walks away on top.
But yeah, we're going to the speed run of the podcast. Speed run. Well, what topics that people need to know about? Tell us, File.
Yeah,
I'm putting you on the spot now. Yeah.
Right. Well, what's you play games? You play video games. That's what you do. You're a gamer, self-proclaimed. And you play new games pretty frequently.
Sure.
Name one, or get. This is a gamer check actually. Like checkpoint. All right.
Yeah, checkpoint. Gamer check. I haven't picked up a new game since I finished Bravely Default 2.
Okay. Right.
Near Replicant's on my radar. Haven't bought it yet. I actually went back and have now picked up again Radiant Historia because I've shelved it for Bravely Default 2, and I need an RPG in my life, So
yeah, no, totally feel you.
Back into Radiant Historia, and man, it's a pretty cool game. Got some cool concepts, and the voice acting cast is like really good for a 3DS game. Like they have a very good all-star cast, so I can really respect the craftsmanship going into that game, despite it being a handheld title.
Hey,
from
all good.
But still, just big fan of it. Big fan of JRPGs, and a lot of them are on my chopping block. A lot of them are on my list these days, so I'm keeping my eyes out.
Yeah,
that's what about you, File? Gamer check. What are you up to?
No games playing right now. I mean, not really.
Okay,
like,
fake fan.
Yeah,
fake gamer
alert. Okay, hold on.
Okay, sorry.
We're looking forward to a real game. Real game coming out. Coming out 2-3 nights from now. New Pokemon Snap.
Okay.
Speaking of something
right.
a real gamer would play, I don't care about your JRPGs, your number simulators. Give me a real game. Give me a game that matters and is going to stand the test of time. Like the initial Pokemon Snap over 20 years ago. Hey, look, WaDi won.
Standing the test of time is WaDi indeed. Even at deficits, he still comes out on top. So good stuff to WaDi for that excellent presentation. Boy, did we not get to see it, but that's okay because WaDi takes it 2-0.
Yep, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So that does mean that we do have our winners semis sets confirmed. First up, we're going to be getting RJ versus Slushy. A Samus versus DK is going to be wild.
Juicy.
And then next up, we have WaDi versus Peanut, which is going to be very, very interesting. Which does also mean that that is all for our commentating block. There's going to be another pair of commentators coming on to help commentate top 8 for you all. I actually think it might be a TriCast tonight. But before we get into that, I actually wanted to talk about something that we here in MDVA are very proud of and have been working on for a very long time. I would like to introduce you all to the idea to the Player Safety and Ethics Committee formed entirely here in MDVA for MDVA and our surrounding communities. I want to talk about this with you all, with this a larger audience, because we formed this with the idea of maintaining a safer community, and we're finally ready to go public with our charter and bylaws, as well as conduct, so that you can know exactly what we're about. And you can actually get access to that if you type in !PSEC. Get more information on that as well, going over to MDVA PSECcard.co. You can find all of our information, our charter bylaws, and our code of conduct. So while Xanadu is not open to the entire continent, I want to be clear that the PSEC, the Player Safety and Ethics Committee, was designed for Maryland, Virginia, and our surrounding communities. We're currently looking for TOs who would like to adopt our code of conduct for their events, as well as any community members that in our region that might like to join the committee to help keep the region a safe environment for everyone. This is something that is very, very important, especially as we lead back into events becoming local again, becoming in person again. And I also hope that no matter where you are and what community you are, there are people who are putting into place these sort of safe ideas. And if you are part of MDVA, please type !PSEC so that you can get all the information, so that you might be able to join PSEC if that is something that you're interested in helping to keep our whole environment safer. So please head on over to mdvapsec.carrd.co for more information on that. And with all that being said, that is the end of our block before we get into top 8 of Xanadu tonight. Let it rain. Where can they find you?
First of all, quick shout out for Humility Before Honor. Thank you for that subscription. Always good to help out the VGPC channel.
Hey,
always good to help out MDVA, whether it's you type it in PSEC in the !PSEC in the chat to let us know kind of what we're working on to make our community better. But regardless, you can find me on Twitter at LetItRainSSB. And where can they find you, File?
You can find me over at Smash Files. You can let me know